Here we are at part 2 of ranking the rest of DM and why it is the best card game anime of all time. It's, in my opinion, it's the best anime of all time, but not many people will agree with me on that. But those of you who do, thanks for agreeing. So, I have done exactly half of the duels in this list, which constitutes, since we only did, seasons 1 through 3, now we have to do Pyramid of Light all the way through DSOD, which means Pyramid of Light and including Virtual World, which we skipped over in season 3. So Virtual World, Pyramid of Light, Waking the Dragons, Grand Championship, Dawn of the Duel, DSOD. So, let's get going. Now, where we left off, I believe, was the Valen versus Duke and Rebecca duel. Next up is maybe, perhaps, the most inventive thematic setting for a duel, and that would be Kaiba versus Alistair 2, the second duel. The duel, otherwise known as the duel on the plane, on the Kaiba Court plane, really epic. It doesn't just stay inside the plane. They start inside the plane, then it leads up over the plane once the seal's played. It's on top of the plane, and then, if the seal wasn't there, they would have blown off the plane, an hour. As soon as they hit the top, they would have blown out off the plane. And it's really cool the way it's set up. Kaiba almost goes down, has 100 points left, has to block with freaking Judge Man. The Soldier Revolt play is epic. Really came out of nowhere and really makes a really cool trap card, actually, with 3 random monsters: Science Soldier, Cyber Soldier, Dark World, and Cypher Soldier, which was Kinetic Soldier. Yeah. Alistair being threatening, he was threatening at the beginning of the duel, before the duel, but when, sitting in the chair, he's like, when the duel starts and he plays Science Soldier in defense mode, I laughed out loud as a kid. I was like, wait, that's his new deck? Or does that just, see, I never figured out, was that his deck he had all along, or was, did he mix it with the Pegasus deck in the first duel, or was it just his deck mixed with, or was it just the fire deck he had mixed with Pegasus's deck? It's hard to tell what actually happened, and we don't ever get full confirmation, but we know that this is his true deck, with Air Fortress Ziggurat, which is a really cool card. Great machine. You guys know me, I love machines. Another great machine, and we don't have enough of them in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the toy robot box, referencing Mikey, his backstory, his plot. It's very emotional. It gets sent back to the past from an illusion for Kaiba, and some great moves in this duel with XYZ Dragon Cannon play. Really good. My second favorite time it's played, actually. It just was a great duel. The Tyrant Wing being equipped to Blue Eyes was really cool. Summoning Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, which we finally got after years of waiting in the TCG. Attacking everything Alistair had out. Alistair giving up. There's a mirror image in this duel no one thinks about. Remember when Kaiba attempted to commit suicide to win the duel, or threatened to commit suicide to win the duel in Duelist Kingdom against Yugi? Well, that's what Alistair kind of does here on the plane. He just kind of gives up. He's like, oh, well, the seal will take both of us. Although it wasn't more about winning. It was more about just taking Kaiba with him. So it just kind of reminds me of it, and it being Kaiba involved. This duel really shows off Kaiba. And it's weird because it's like his second to last. No, yeah, it's just. It depends on if we count the duel he's in after this. But, win-wise, this is his second to last win in the main show. So, yeah, it was a big moment. It was a big moment. It doesn't matter to me if people call this filler or not. It was very important to the character, and it will always be part of the plot, in my opinion. So, with all that said, this duel is definitely amazing. Is it above amazing? Is it in the best? Gosh, it really is close. I feel like it's on the edge, the very top, near the very top of amazing, but I don't think it quite. It's two parts too, and it gets a lot across in two parts. Season 4 got a lot of duels across quickly. The Yugi Pharaoh duel, this duel. So many duels were very good in only two parts. This duel is definitely better than the Gansley duel. For sure. It's definitely better than that, the Weevil duel. It's better than the Big Five duel. Is it better than the Pyramid of Light duel? Yeah. Is it better than their first duel? I love their first duel. Do I? Oh, gosh. I don't know, man. The theme, the setting of their second duel was way cooler than even their first duel. And their first duel was in freaking Duelist Kingdom. That's cool enough. Gosh, what do I... Okay, let's look at this. Is it better than the Joey Mai duel? Would I watch the Joey Mai duel or this duel? The Joey Mai duel. But then we found its stopping point, but there is one more move that could be made. Is it better than their first duel? Is Kaiba Alistair 1 better than Kaiba Alistair 2? I say no because the shock of the first duel and seeing Kaiba almost lose was pretty epic. We were kind of used to that in the second duel and we knew what to expect, and so did Kaiba, and he was prepared. Although, by the way, seeing Roland and them show up after Kaiba survived the Ziggurat attack was really epic. It was really cool. You could feel the tension between Kaiba and Alistair. They have a connection. They had a real connection. And I really love that. I really love that. They did a great job with giving him a new rival. He always has so many rivals, whether it's Siegfried or if it's Noah or whoever, Pegasus. They're always great rivals to Kaiba. So I think I'll leave it there. Next is a duel very near and dear to everyone's heart. If you've seen DM, chances are you've heard of the Joey Valen Slugger duel. The knockdown drag out fight. Literally just a brawl inside a duel. This duel, I believe, was only like 9 turns. That's the most shocking thing to me, is that this duel wasn't even 10 turns, but every single turn had importance. I was on and there were so many things going on, like Kaiba buys a car, Tristan and Taya trying to survive the Orichalco soldiers, stuff like that, just trying to survive through the city. So that was like half of the duel. And it was 3.5 parts, because it got to part 4, but Joey beat him halfway through the part 4. Yeah, of course, spoiler alert, warning, Joey wins. But man, was it close. Valen almost had him, and Valen's deck, once again, like I said in the last part, is epic. It's really one of the most unique decks ever. I love it. It's such cool machine cards. I can't say enough about machine cards. He definitely has the strongest deck of Darts' Henchmen. He's not the best duelist of Darts' Henchmen, but he's definitely got the best deck. So, most people put this in their top 10 list. I've seen most top 10 lists have this duel. Do I put it in the best? Is it better than everything in Amazing? Would I rewatch this over those other duels in Amazing? It is a great duel. Even from the very beginning of the duel, like on the second turn, it gets insane because he has Armored Gravitation and Phoenix Gravitation, cards that can easily search insane amounts of his deck. He can search like a fourth of his deck with Armored Gravitation, full Armored Gravitation. That's crazy that he can pull it out like that. That is, at the time, that was unheard of search. And the fact he puts it on like a mech suit, so cool. My favorite part was always how he could look at Joey and he could analyze his weaknesses and stuff like he was a Gundam. I loved it. Gosh, is it better than the Noah duel? Gosh, then it can't be better than the Noah duel. I love it. But I truly do not think, I don't think it's better than the Noah duel. It's better than the Joey Mai duel, the first Joey Mai duel. It's better than the Kaiba Alistair duels. It's better than Pyramid Ally. It's better than the Big Five duel. It's better than Weevil on the train, and it's better than Gansley. But is it truly better than Noah versus Yugi and Kaiba? Sorry, I need a drink of water. Oh, by the way, a sub incorrectly told me, they tried to tell me that I did not rank 2 duels from season 1 yet, and I did. Because I remember, I did them, now I remember, going back and looking at it. You may want to look at it as well. They said I didn't put in the Rebecca Yugi duel and the Joey Duke duel from the end of season 1, but I did. Even though they weren't part of Duelist Kingdom, I still put in all of season 1 in that video. So, yeah, got to make that correction there to you. So I'm all caught up to date. This is the rest of the duels. Joey, I think I'm going to leave that there. Joey and Valen. Great duel. Legendary. Big part of my childhood. Very unique duel. But I don't think it's on the quite the big enough epic scale that the Noah duel was. Joey and Mai, their third duel and their final duel. This duel doesn't really have too much substance, even though the ending is iconic. As you can see right there, Mai holding Joey as the seal takes his soul. It really doesn't have much substance to it, and just because of that, it's already in great. I would put it above okay just because the ending saves it from being okay. Otherwise, the dueling itself is just okay because Joey's worn out anyway. He doesn't want to duel, his quote unquote girlfriend, or very close friend, as he would never admit it was his girlfriend, I guess. Is it better than the Rex duel? Gosh, duel wise, no, it's not. Does the ending put it above any of the duels in grade? That's the only question here. The ending is very dramatic and very sad. Like I want to shed a tear most times I see the ending. It goes above the Rex duel just for that. Does it go above the Johnson duel? No. I think it stops there. I don't think it's better than the Johnson duel. The Johnson duel is way more fun to watch. And this duel, while the ending is iconic, that's about the only thing great about it. I gotta leave it. Okay. Oh boy, they already had the only best duel of this entire video so far. Let me update you on what's happened here, okay? Yugi and Raphael, number 2, on top of Paradius headquarters, on top of, yep. So, wow. As it's revealed that Raphael defeated Mai off-screen very badly, the Pharaoh plans to duel him again. Raphael tries to tempt him with the seal again. It doesn't work this time, so Raphael starts losing, actually, even though he's dueling about the same. And then the Pharaoh starts to actually hang around, get the upper hand. So Raphael feels the need to use the seal this time. He uses it. So it's a nice reversal of what happened before. Except the Pharaoh doesn't give up on Raphael. He tries to fight him with all his might. And it ends when Raphael surrenders. He doesn't, the Pharaoh can't even beat him. Although some people say the Pharaoh had the winning plays with Underworld Circle. A broken card, by the way, which is not in the TCG just yet. So, yeah, Pharaoh and Raphael, definitely, I would put in amazing. It's better than most of these duels. What I rewatched over the Noah duel, is it better than the Joey Valen duel? Yeah, it is. Much better. It's like 2 or 3 notches above it. I just love their duels. He's such a great mirror match for the Pharaoh. The Guardian's a really cool archetype. He makes them work somehow. They're one of the worst archetypes of all time, but this is why he is Darts' best henchman, best duelist. Darts was a fool for calling him a baboon so many times because he's a beast. He's truly a beast. The Pharaoh, one of the only duelists the Pharaoh was ever afraid of. Seeing Guardian Dreadscythe being summoned was a plus. That was really cool. Yeah, we just get to see a different side of Roth. I think, is it better than the Noah duel is such a hard ask. Gosh, I think it's in the best. It's not better than their first duel. It's in the best. Both their duels are great mirror images of each other, but the first duel was definitely better. The second duel was really, 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 really good, but not as good as the first. Okay, so yeah, I think it's better than the Noah duel. It just barely gets into the best, I think. Yugi and Kaiba versus Darts. Don't need to say much here. There's no doubt that it is the best duel in this video so far. While the Pharaoh versus Raphael is incredible, it truly is incredible, the epicness of this duel is only matched by like a handful of duels, including Yugi and Raphael. These two duels at the top are very close, only like half a notch between each other, I would say. There's very, very little separating how good both these duels are. Like the third duel there, Yugi and Raphael 2, is a little bit below those other two. But these two are very tight-knitted. And they happen, halfway through the season and then at the end of the season. This duel takes 6 episodes to complete. And really, if you want to talk about the added part, it really takes 8 episodes to beat Darts in total, which is insane. 8 episodes in a 40 episode season. That's almost a fourth. Wow. Darts takes the cake here as having the most broken deck of all time at the time. Very unique, one-of-a-kind Orichalcos cards that no one could have foreseen the effects of. Orichalcos Gygus, which showed up earlier in the season, is broken. Orichalcos Gutora is super broken. It absorbs all damage he takes. He's invincible. And then my favorite part of the duel is definitely 2 parts. The first part is when Yugi and Kaiba, or the Pharaoh and Kaiba, excuse me, do the most perfect teamwork. Like this, of course, now when they finally work together, their opponent's too strong for them. I love when they say Dragon Saber Blast at the same time. In this duel with Saber Blast. That was the best. The animation was gorgeous in this duel. Maybe the best animated duel of all time. There's only like 2 or 3 other duels that are as good animated as this duel. Season 4 definitely got most of the animation budget. Seeing Darts' backstory made you understand his side. You could see he almost took me to his side for a second at one point. But then I saw how corrupt he had become again. I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, Darts. I can't side with you, master. But you know what? Yugi beating him with the infinite combo at the end. infinity +1 that everyone mentions. As a kid, I loved it. It was great. Seeing the Pharaoh win in all these different ways makes the show so unique. That makes it so much better than GX, 5Ds, Zexal, Arc 5, all the other ones. They'll never be able to match this level of duel scripting, the duel writing. The duel writing for this duel is at the top. It's the tippy top. There's only like four other duels I'd put in this high on this spot, like at the top, my top five. And that would be Yugi and Pegasus, their second duel in Duelist Kingdom. Yugi and Kaiba, Battle City, always the greatest duel ever. Yugi and Raphael won that one. And the other one is Yugi and Strings in Battle City. So, I just wanted to mention that. And what else can I say about this duel? Wayne Grayson is a god of voice acting. I never knew he was Joey back then. You could not tell me that was the same voice actor that voiced Joey and then voiced Darts. He's amazing, you know. All must bow to the might of the Orichalcos. I love his sinister snide laugh. He has this nah like that. It's so annoying but great. It's unique. You know, it's different from Merrick's, Bakor's, and Pegasus's laughs. Pegasus is like ha ha ha, and you know ha ha ha, Yugi boy, and then Bakor's is like ha ha ha, and Merrick's is like ha 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 ha. But then you got Darts is like what am I doing? Anyway, Darts, his laugh is so intimidating. He's intimidating. When they start the duel, even the dream team, you're not even sure can beat him. And he just feels like a bottomless pit that is swallowing them whole. They're doing all their best strategies. Kaiba duels 150%. The entire duel. The Pharaoh holds back half the duel. But it doesn't matter if he was holding back or not. The Darts was just too powerful for them. If it was all credit, must go to Pegasus. He created the card that allowed the Pharaoh to win the duel. Now Kaiba does get eliminated. That's why I never give him the win in this duel. He gets the loss. And Darts gets a win and a loss. But the Pharaoh got the win. That's how I always saw it. So, it was very epic. The stakes were felt in this duel more than pretty much every other duel. And yeah, it's probably the highest stakes duel. That's the highest compliment I can give it. Unique monsters, Yugi and Kaiba the Pharaoh and Kaiba working together is the best thing in the show. Yeah, and that ends season 4. I really don't think I need to change anything in before season 5. Now season 5 starts with Grand Championship. Here's where it gets hard. Yugi versus the duel computer. This duel's not that good. It really isn't. It takes 2 parts to... Oh, no, it doesn't. It really only takes 1 part because the first part, the duel starts at the very end of the episode. Yeah, because the second part is the whole duel. And Siegfried has manipulated this duel computer, Siegfried von Schroeder, to, you know, mess up Kaiba Land. And he's after Kaiba, of course. And the Pharaoh, this kid Rick, is going to duel this computer, but it's set to level 5, the highest level. So the Pharaoh, this kid also has a weak dragon normal monster deck. His name's Rick. The Pharaoh takes over for him, and he duels with that deck. Now, this is unique, I gotta admit, but it is nowhere near unique as all the rest of his first duels in each season. Season 1, his first duel against Kaiba, you know, that's probably the most iconic duel of the entire show. Exodio Obliterate. Second season, the best villain introduction ever. Third season, introducing the Deckmaster rules, really cool. Fourth season, introducing the Seal of Orichalcos, very powerful magic card. an ancient evil. And then the 5th season's just him dueling a computer with a nerf deck. So it's okay. It's better than the Serenity duel. I would actually watch this over the Serenity Duke Tristan duel. I would not watch it over the Valen duel though, or the Kaiba Pegasus duel, Pyramidal Light, because I love those duels. Okay. Joey versus Grandpa Moto, aka Apnarg. This duel was so much fun. So much fun, and I've always said I adore Grand Championship. They did great with the story. But I always said, even as a kid, this tournament should have been about Joey's rise to glory. Joey's ascension to the top of the ranks, at least for a second. But, you know, as a kid, I was like, wow. When he won this duel, I was like, is he going to win the tournament? And then, of course, like right after, he gets smacked by Siegfried, but still. Wow. It's better than great. No, is it? Is it? It's better than the Rex duel. It's better than the My duels. My duel, better than that duel. Better than Lecter. Better than Yugi and Pharaoh. Better than Grimo. Definitely better than Grimo and the Pharaoh. But does it get out of great? Jeez, this duel's good, man. Would I watch it over the Gansley duel? No. I don't think I would. It's great. It's really good, but it is not better than the Gansley duel. What can I say about this duel? This duel... Whoops. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. This duel right here... Why did I do that? This duel right here is a masterpiece. Joey, it's also very thematically fitting. Joey beating his old teacher, the one who taught him in season 1. Very fitting. It all came full circle. Unfortunately, it was Joey's final win in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Media. And all of it. Joey doesn't even get to duel again after season 5. Like, he doesn't duel in DSOD. He's there, but he doesn't get to duel, which I thought was the only crime of DSOD. But the back and forth, seeing Joey overcome and remember that he had Sinister Serpent in his hand was cool. Grandpa using the ancient cards was really, really, really fitting for him. Like an old archetype, you know, from a bygone era. Because he was an archaeologist. So it made sense, it fit. Wow. Ancient Dragon. As a kid, I don't know why in my mind, when he says, now, Ancient Dragon, arise. When he says now, I thought he called it Lao. Because, I don't know. I just sound like a Chinese name. I was like, Lao, Ancient Dragon. I called it that for like a whole year. And they're like, why are you calling it Lao? And then a friend of mine re-showed the episode to me. I was like, oh, it is now, isn't it? So, yeah, I put it there. Joey beating him over the head with Goblin Attack Force at the end is iconic. That's maybe the most memorable part of the duel. The setting is really, again, DM with their settings is the best. No other spin-off after DM could get the settings as epic as DM did. Like, all of Grand Championship had some of the best settings. Like here on the train station area, Rebecca and Vivian Wong, aka my sister's favorite duelist, Vivian Wong. My sister's name is Vivian, so it makes sense. This duel's really, really fun one episode duel. Again, they get so much across. Rebecca using the burn heal combo. Marie the Fallen one with Fire Princess, and then the Gravity Bind. Perfect. Just perfect. Can it go anywhere above? Is it better than okay? Why watch it over them? Would I watch it over these duels? Would I watch it over Kaiba and Pegasus and Duelist Kingdom? Or the Pyramidal Light? Gosh, I have to drink a lot of water. I think I put it at the top of okay. Okay, still not bad. It's like middle of the road. The duel's really good though. It has like a lot of strategic moves. And the funny thing is Vivian barely ever gets the upper hand. She gets like the upper hand maybe once. Rebecca, that's the only gripe I have about it. There's so much strategy, but most of it's coming from Rebecca. Vivian really just gets creamed most of the duel, except she has the upper hand once. When she plays Mystic Eruption and she has their Dragon Lady out, which by the way, give it to us, Konami. Where is it? Okay, so the duel immediately after this in the same episode, and it was known as the very first OTK, Siegfried von Schroeder versus Weevil and Rex. Well, there's not much to say about the duel. It can't be a little bad because it's iconic OTK. But it's just, I have to put it in okay. It can't go higher than okay to me. I can't justify putting this higher. It was on screen. It was cool villain introduction of Siegfried. Everything about it was cool. It showed off how powerful Siegfried is. It did a great job. I thought he was invincible. And made me very scared for Joey when I saw he dueled him in the next round. Do I put it above any of this? Would I watch it over the Duke Tristan Serenity duel with Nesbit? Yeah, I'd watch it over the Rick, the Pharaoh taking over for Rick too. Would I watch it over the Valen versus Duke and Rebecca duel? Nah, I wouldn't. Okay, I think that's about right. So next is Joey and Siegfried. Wow, who knew this would be Joey's very final duel of the entire show? It's so crazy. It's crazy. This happened episode 191. I mean 190 and 191. And then the show ended like 40 some episodes later. It's just wild to me. It's wild. Who knew this would be one of the last like actual duels we get in the season, and one of just the last Joey duel. Period. The last Joey duel. Unbelievable. We love Joey, but since he's not Yugi and Kaiba, he doesn't get to duel ever again. What can I say about this duel? The threat of Siegfried was made very real here. You had to respect Siegfried's power here. You felt like Joey was no match for him. Joey getting the most bricky opening ham. By the way, really, really funny moment when he draws that. He's like, I didn't draw a single monster. Good thing Siegfried didn't either, because he would have beat you in one turn. So, when he tries to beat Joey in one turn, Joey gets him actually with Jinzo real quick. And because Siegfried's distracted. He's trying to mess with Kaiba. He cares about Kaiba, doesn't care about Joey. Joey's getting mad. He's getting pissed. So he hits him with Jinzo. And you can see Jinzo in the picture right here. He hits him with Jinzo. So Siegfried doesn't like that. So he starts fighting back. He almost OTKs Joey. But Joey happened to have a card he never had before. What a surprise. Hyper Refresh. That card is really useful. Especially when you're about to lose a bunch of points. Joey survives. Long story short, Joey survives multiple onslaughts from Siegfried. But the biggest problem with Joey in this duel was his luck. Backfired at the end. Right? Compensation Mediation, a card that helped him out before. Helped him out of a big jam against Mai. Couldn't help him here. And he just loses. He gets beat by Valkyrie Brunhilde and Rainbow Bridge Bifrost. Siegfried's voice actor, which is the same guy who voices Aster and two other villains in Season 5, is great. Oliver Wyman is a beast voice actor. He really gets the German snob voice down perfectly. Herr Joseph. Auf Wiedersehen. Some things in life just never change. A rose is a rose, and a loser is a loser. Dang, it throws that rose in Joey's face. And then my problem is like the friend group, like Tristan and Taya, like berating Joey after this. What the freak, dude? Why don't y'all get out there? Joey did his best. Joey summoning Red Eyes for the last time in a duel. It's not the last time he plays Red Eyes, but it's the last time he summons it in a duel. It's a really epic moment. Seeing his whole combo, his whole last turn of combos was like a big swan song for Joey's career. He did great. Is it an amazing? Yeah, there's a lot of amazing. I know. It's definitely better than anything in great. It's definitely better than his grandpa duel. But the ending, even though he lost, it's still a great duel. Gosh. I think it's better than the Pyramid of Light duel. I think I'd put it about there. I love this duel. I love this duel a lot. I don't think it's above the Kaiba Alistair, either of the Kaiba Alistair duels, but it's like right in that middle area of amazing. So, Pharaoh versus Vivian, excuse me. Vivian's a much stronger duelist in this duel, and actually looks like they're going to beat the Pharaoh before the Pharaoh plays Karibo and summons Dark Paladin for the final time. He only, shockingly, summons Dark Paladin twice in the entirety of his career. I know it's shocking, but his final move was epic. Other than that, the duel was just meh. It's just okay. I'd rather watch the Nesbit duel than this duel. It's just not much to it because it wasn't the main duel during those episodes. It was the Leon duel with Rebecca, which is, by the way, coming up right now. The brawl in small town between the two kid duelists, Leon and Rebecca Hawkins. Wow. The back and forth is one of the very best in all of the show in this duel. They really wrote this duel very well. You could feel it was like between two semi-final duelists because Siegfried just smacked Ball-Free Ginger right after this. Right before this. It was funny. But this duel was great. Is it in the best? Gosh, do I put it in the best? Nah. Do I put it above Joey and Siegfried? Yes, it's better. Do I put it above both Kaiba Alistair duels? Well, while the duel itself is one of the very best constructed duels in the entire show, there's really no stakes other than Rebecca's pride of making it to the finals. Because we don't know that Leon is Siegfried's brother at this time, and we don't know there's pressure to do good here. Now, if we had known that, it would have changed things. But seeing as we just thought it was just like a fun duel between two skilled young duelists, it became about the gameplay, which, by the way, was A tier, A plus, A plus 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 plus. So duel-wise, script-wise, it's up there in the best. It would be the best, or one of the best. Not the best, but one of the best. But story-wise, it's really was just a catalyst to get further in the story. I don't think I'd put it above story-driven duels like these 5 in front of it. Definitely not. Okay, so I will keep it there. That's the only thing holding. And next is Kaiba versus Siegfried. Oh gosh. Kaiba versus Siegfried. Everyone references this duel. Kaiba, the roasting in this duel is some of the very best. The trash talk in this duel is maybe top 10 in the whole show. The animation was weird in this duel. This is when the animation started getting really wonky. And Siegfried is extremely powerful once again. Kaiba is wow. He looks like he's going to lose a billion times, but he somehow stays in it. And Siegfried plays this broken card called Magical Alms. which basically allows you to gain points based on how many spells you think you'll play before your turn starts. And so if you guess 4, you get like 500 per, so you'll get 2,000. But if you guess wrong, you get 1,000 minus 1,000 for every one you get wrong. So if you only play 3 spells when you need to play 4, you take 1k damage. So you'll only gain 1,000 really. You get it. So it gets near the end there. They use magical alms, and wow, their points go up and down like insane. Their points are going up and down like it's Yugi versus Kaiba in Battle City. The ending where Kaiba Dimension Fusions, the Dimension Fusion play was epic when he just summons all 5 dragons out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's in the best. I wouldn't put it above the Raphael duels though. It's up there, but it ain't above the Raphael duels. Wow. The story of this duel and seeing how apparently Siegfried came up with the idea of dual vision technology before Kaiba, that was a big story moment. It kind of almost made Kaiba appear as a hack, like not legit. But Kaiba immediately shuts that down and shuts Siegfried down because it's all about hard work and determination. I'm gonna settle it there. It's right there, top bottom at best. The Pharaoh versus Leon. Wow, the final duel of Grand Championship, aka the intro of the most broken back row card of all time, Anime Golden Castle of Stromberg, basically says your opponent cannot do anything. They can't attack. They can't destroy it. They have to discard half their deck at the start of their turn for the cost of it. One of the only cards where the cost your opponent has to pay. And it's all because that's not the real original effect of the card. That's not the effect Pegasus gave it. That's the effect Siegfried wrote onto the card by hacking. And wow, is it fun to watch it work. But the part before he plays the castle is more fun than when the castle's played, actually. And seeing the Pharaoh win with 0 cards in his deck. Look, the Pharaoh's done everything, and this is just yet another thing. But I truly cannot put it in the best. I don't think it's quite there. Also, seeing Dark Magician Girl with the glass slippers was funny. Is it better than Leon and Rebecca? Story-wise, yes. Duel-wise, close. It's about there. It's somewhere in there. It's like right there, I would put it. Remember, these are my personal opinions. Gosh, Amazing has a lot of duels. Gosh. Yeah. I can't put it higher than that. I really don't think. Hold on a second. So I can't put it higher than the end of part 1 where he's like, I win. There's a new sheriff in town, so get ready to step down. I love that part. I love that part. That's really epic what Leon says, and it makes you feel like Leon's really going to take the Pharaoh's title. But then when part 2 starts, it's just like he attacks the Pharaoh for a little damage. I'm like, oh, that's not that bad. So, and plus the Pharaoh had Mirror Force anyway. Yeah, like I said, the duel before the Golden Castle was played was even better than when I think the Golden Castle being played hindered it a little bit. Not much, because the Golden Castle itself's really broken and fun to watch. Okay, we're done with Grand Championship. Now we're on to the rest of Season 5, which only consists of 3 duels. One of them is unfinished, and it is this one right here. A duel that led to so many what if questions. One of my first ideas when I started my channel. What would have happened had they finished their duel? Who would have won, Kaiba or Bakura? Bakura comes in pretty intimidating in this episode. These two, this episode, and he looks like he's gonna beat Kaiba because he keeps getting the upper hand on him the whole duel. There's real stakes in this duel too. I don't understand. Did the Shadow Realm just knock Mokuba out? Did he? Because when I was a kid, I was like, did he just send Mokuba to the Shadow Realm? But apparently he was just knocked out. So Bakura just apparently knocked him out with the shadows or whatever. I don't think he physically knocked him out. But this duel itself is pretty good. I love seeing Kaiba on the back foot. I think seeing Kaiba on the back foot is one of my favorite things in Duel Monsters. That makes it very interesting when he's on the back foot like that. But would I ever put it above great? No. I don't think I would. It being inconclusive really pushes that narrative. One of the only duels that's inconclusive that I would ever put at near the top is Joey versus Mai Part 2, the second one, because it's inconclusive. But we don't know what would have happened, but Joey, I think, would have won. So where does this duel rank? Is it above the Rex Joey duel? No. I really don't put it higher than that. It's not better than the Joey Rex duel. It's just not. It's the what if notion is fascinating. Other than that, it doesn't have too much to offer. Story-wise, it's great. Duel-wise, it's just good. It's just good. It's a little bit slightly better than average. Kaiba saying Blue Eyes return was cool. So, and Bakura got what he wanted anyway, so yeah. Story-wise, it was important, but whatever. It didn't get finished. So, Yugi versus Bakura. Little Yugi versus Bakura, aka Yugi Moto. The duel in Dark One cometh. It took 4 parts to beat him, but I think he beat him at the beginning of part 4. So, where do I rank this? Gosh, it's a good duel. Bakura is very creepy in this duel, and his deck is about near its creepy peak. His laughing is insane in this duel. Him calling Yugi a pathetic mortal. Really cool. Is it better than great? Seeing Gendor's great. Seeing Bakura's deck out strategy. I gotta admit, Bakura is always coming in with a new strategy. He's coming in hot with a new strategy. The ending, near the end, I'm gonna put it here for now, hold on. Near the end when Yugi's about to lose and it looks like he's about to deck out and Bakura's like, and so we've reached the end of our game. And he's like, what did he say? Basically he said, without the Pharaoh, you're nothing. He's the king of games. You're just a frightened child. Like that. When he does that, ooh, I could feel it. It put that doubt in your mind that really Yugi is not the Pharaoh. He can't win those important duels. But Yugi says, watch me. And he does. He wins with Gendora. He draws the last card in his deck. And it was Gendora. So, the only thing that holds this duel back, the only thing, is that it's constantly interrupted. Like constantly, every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, by the Zork battle. By everyone battling Zork. So because of that, I put it below Joey and Grandpa, because that duel is hardly interrupted. And I think they're about the same level of duel writing. So, there you have it, right there. Next up is the ceremonial duel. Oh my gosh, the duel that makes me cry the most. I can't even mentally vision this duel without about to shed a tear. Because I always think of the ending when Joey and Taya have their talks. Especially when Taya starts talking and sobbing, it's really hard to watch that part without getting emotional. And the music playing in the background, but that's after the duel. That's just like the conclusion after the duel. The duel is pretty dang good, but gosh, are there some misplays at the beginning. The Pharaoh could have won that duel as soon as he played the gods out. As soon as he got all three gods out, I mean. And Yugi affecting the ground below Obelisk is so Duelist Kingdom in Season 5. How's that happening? Because they had to figure out a way around Obelisk. Because it still affected Obelisk somehow. So anyway. And it was a card called ground Erosion, and it was a trap. And we know very well traps don't work on God cards. Obviously, Yugi pulling out his silent cards is cool, but they're not brand new because we saw them. Maybe the coolest card Yugi has is Turn Jump. That card is so broken. I love it a lot. We get to basically see almost all of their deck, except Karibo. We don't get to see Wait. Wait. He did not summon Karibo? We basically saw almost every one of Yugi's monsters. Oh, I don't think we saw Karibo that duel. Did he use Karibo's effect that duel? Why am I not remembering this? I feel like he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But other than that, we pretty much saw everything. We saw pretty much everything. And it's everything you could have wanted. I don't agree that it's the best duel, because it's not. Thematically, it's one of the very most epic duels, but I do not agree that it is the best duel. Story-wise, it's amazing. Duel-wise, it's good. It's not the best. Is it amazing? Yeah. Story-wise, it gets over pretty much all these duels, except I do not put it over. I don't put it over the Noah duel and Joey and Valen. I'm sorry, I can't. I love it, but you know, part of the story of it and how emotional it is one of the things that hinders it for me. Yeah. So. Wow. And I feel like they just had to make the Pharaoh lose because it looked like he was going to win to me at the beginning with the gods. At the beginning of part 2 after he summons the gods. But he could have easily activated Ra's effect or Obelisk's effect. It would have been over before Slife or whatever messed them up. Those are the only things that hinder it. So 5 to go, and they're all in DSOD. Oh gosh. Here we go. Definitely the best duel of the whole movie. Kaiba versus the virtual Pharaoh. Or computer Pharaoh. Wow. This duel got so much across in such a short time. And yes, it's in the best. I could watch this duel on repeat a lot. Just, you can feel Kaiba's burning desire to defeat the Pharaoh in this whole movie. And this duel is so powerful. You can feel it. When he's talking in his mind about the scars of defeat, burn. Oh man, scars you inflicted upon me, Pharaoh. And while they may never go away, there is something that can be done to make them better to live with. Oh my gosh. And talking about inflicting a bigger wound on your enemy. Gosh. You call him the most worthy. Their rivalry makes the show. Is it better than... Is the only thing that hurts it is it's short. Because it has to be. And it does everything it needs to do. It does the most perfect job, and it's in a church. Come on. How do you get more epic than in a cathedral duel? You hardly get that. You saw Bakura in a church, but he didn't duel in it. So, Agami versus Kaiba. This is the second best duel. The best duels were at the beginning of the movie, or the first half of the movie. Kaiba and Agami, wow. Kaiba on the back foot is always fascinating to me. The ending when he pulls out Obelisk from the ground, I always just saw it as, some people say it's because it's in his memory banks of when he owned Obelisk, but I say it's because the Pharaoh lent it to him because that the gods were gone. Is it an amazing, or is it truly better than the Noah duel? No, it's not better than the Noah duel. Is it better than these duels? Is it better than the Leon duel? Yes. The duel writing was very good in this. Very. You could feel Agami's threat, and then you could feel Kaiba's comeback at the end. The only thing that hurts it is that it was incomplete. Oh, also, a big plus to Kaiba and the Virtual Pharaoh. Kaiba winning got me for a second. I was like, how did he win? He beat the Pharaoh. Oh, wait. No, he didn't. So, I have to put Kaiba and Agami there in amazing. Yugi and Agami. This is the tournament part of the movie, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was a nice callback to the infinite loop combo the Pharaoh pulled off against strings. The story is very good in this duel. Yeah, it's also an amazing. There's a lot of just amazing duels. There's a lot of just like amazing duels. Is it above the Gansley duel? No, I don't put it above the Gansley duel. Sorry, I don't. It's good. I remember going to the bathroom during this part of the movie and rushing back, and I didn't really miss anything. That tells you a lot. It's probably the second weakest duel of the movie, but it's still good. The story carries this duel. The story's really good. Seeing Agami's backstory. Kaiba versus Yugi. Kaiba versus Yugimoto, the finale of the tournament. Oh man, there's a lot of emotion in it. Is it better than the Yugi Agami? Oh, definitely. Is it better than a lot of these other duels? I don't know. Kaiba apparently was going to lose because he set polymerization face down. But he does not lose, and it doesn't get finished. So that hinders it. I think them making Kaiba lose the duel also hindered it. That, saying that he was going to lose really hindered it as well. I don't think I can put it higher than this because of those two reasons. I can't. Oh my gosh, Amazing has so many duels, man. This is how good the show is. It has so many things that Amazing and the best. Yugi and Kaiba versus Yami Agami. Ew. This is the ugliest Yami version of anyone. He's hideous. I've got to hand it to him. This guy is hideous. And I just want to say that the ending makes the entire duel. Because the duel's not that good. It's really not good. It's just seeing Yugi and Kaiba get smacked over and over again by him until the Pharaoh gets there. Kaiba sacrifices himself is very relevant to the darts duel. It's very similar. Except this duel doesn't... You can feel the stakes, but it wasn't built up nearly as well as the darts duel was. For those reasons, it goes in great. Now, is it better than any of these duels here? The only reason it's even in great is because the Pharaoh at the end was really well animated, and you could feel the emotion from it. I could feel the emotion from it. I shed a tear. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in just the bottom of great. I don't think it goes higher than any of those duels in there. So there you have it, guys. This is the end of DM. I guess next I'll do GX. And let me know if you don't like where any of these positions are. Remember, this is my opinion. Let me look over it real quick. Make sure I don't want to replace anything. Taya and Crump. Does it really deserve to be in terrible? Yeah. I don't think it can go higher. I don't think it can go higher, guys. Yugi and Kaiba in the movie. Gosh, how do I put that? That can't... Nah, that's got to go in a little bad. That's got to go in a little bad. I couldn't possibly put that. I couldn't... It's better than these. It's not better than the Joey one, actually. Because there's really nothing to it. I've got to change that. Other than that, I think everything is the way I see it. This is the way I see DM and the ranking of my duels. So, we have 5 new duels that are in the top 5, that are in the best. They join all the other ones. Now, the other parts, even though they had less duels, had way more in the best. As you can see, the duels were still amazing throughout the show, but they got less and less as the show went on after the first 3 seasons. Because look, we have 3 from season 4, only 1 from season 5, and only 1 from DSOD. So it got less and less. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. The channel's name's Manga. And I'll see you, I guess, for the next video. And hopefully someday I'll do the GX review. Let me know, guys. Bye.